For thousands of years, humanity lived in peace, without any murders or violence at all. And then, firearms were invented by notorious business partners Bill Weapon and Cornelius Gunn. Personkind was instantly plunged into a horrifying hellscape of death and destruction. And it's all thanks to guns. Here are some facts about these deadly weapons of mass destruction that you might not know. This is a deadly scoped semi-auto revolver with an extended mag clip. A gun just like this one was used to kill Abraham Lincoln. If guns hadn't been invented, Lincoln would still be alive today. This is a 9mm handgun, though I measured it and it's actually much bigger than that. This is one of the most powerful, fully semi-automatic, clip-loading assault firearms on the planet. Let's take this to the range and see what it does to a human being.
The 9mm bullet blows the lung out of the body.
As you can see, his lung was blown right out of his body. And he's a dummy. He didn't even have lung. Terrifying. This is the most fearsome weapon of all, the AR-15, which stands for Assault Rifle with a power level of 15. It's so heavy you can barely lift it. Help me! Help me! Help me! As heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving.
It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving.
This is the shoulder thing that goes up. Scary. This is the trigger which decides whom to murder without any human input whatsoever. This is the antenna which receives orders from Nazi Germany. This is a rail which can be used for all sorts of deadly attachments, from a chainsaw bayonet and a Bible attachment to a MAGA hat launcher. This is the .50 caliber round commonly used in AR-15s. Let's go ahead and load it in through the 30 clip magazine.
30 magazine clip.
Now this gun is ready to blow the head right off of a target, decapitating them instantly. Let's see this weapon of war in action. Trigger warning. This is really scary. And finally, this is the Fortnite GL Blaster. It fires deadly rocket grenades that punk 12-year-olds use to blow up your pathetic fort structures. And then they say horrible things about your mother and floss over your dead body. These WMDs are just horrible. But one thing that these facts can't tell you about is the human cost. Firing these guns, even for this brief demonstration, has given me a severe case of post-traumatic stress disorder, from which I may never recover. The deafening roar of a .22 mm echoes in my nightmares. I can't watch a Matthew McConaughey movie where he pulls a gun out without collapsing into a puddle on the floor. I'm constantly fearful that Alec Baldwin may be in the room with me at any moment, ready to shoot me. Friends don't let friends buy magic white man fire sticks. They are weapons of war, but also they are useless against tyrannical rulers anyway. So give up your guns to the government so they can supply them to Ukraine or the Taliban. Guns. What are they? Why do they even exist when they do nothing but murder? Fact. We lose 93 million Americans a day to gun violence.
We lose 93 million Americans a day to gun violence.
Where do these dangerous weapons come from? They come from everywhere. In fact, it is even easier to get a gun than it is to get a book.
It is easier for a teenager to buy a Glock than even a book.
Sadly, these evil boomsticks aren't going anywhere anytime soon, so it's important to know everything you can about them, so that you can inform your ignorant redneck neighbor about how horrifying guns truly are. Here are two rifles. Both fire .223 ammo, loaded with 30 magazine clips.
30 magazine clip.
Can you tell which one of these is worse? If you chose this one, you are correct. Why? Because this one is black, and therefore it is scarier and instantly more dangerous. A universal principle that applies in any scenario. I've been informed that this is a shotgun with a pistol grip, which folds for maximum portability. When employed, it produces an incredible sound with a hypercardioid pickup pattern. I don't know what most of that means, but it sounds really, really scary. Here's an interesting fact. Democrat-controlled cities with the tightest gun control policies have the highest gun crime. This is because right-wingers hate the gun laws so much that they travel across state lines to commit murders in those areas. Devious. Consume this fact. There is no other country in the Western world with mass shooting deaths and frequency at a higher rate per capita than the United States. Except for Norway. And Switzerland. And France. And Slovakia. And also Finland. And Belgium. And Serbia. And Macedonia. Oh, Albania. And the Czech Republic. But aside from them, not one. This fact is disturbing, and younger viewers may want to turn away. If we look at all 97 countries where mass shootings are recorded, the United States ranks a whopping 64th in per capita frequency. 64! That is a big number. Now, additionally, in 1997, game developer Rareware released the seminal first-person shooter GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64. Coincidence? Hey, how do you know so much about guns, you might ask? Well, we have so much knowledge due to the work of University of Alabama Associate Professor Adam Lankford, who clearly outlines how America is the worst in the world in regards to gun violence.
Adam Lankford.
University of Alabama professor Adam Lankford.
In fact, his work is so thorough that he refuses to release the data supporting his findings to anyone. That's how scary his findings is. This is a stabilizing brace. When coupled with this buffer tube, it acts as a bump stock, turning a flintlock rifle into a machine gun turret instantly.
It turns this weapon into an automatic weapon. It becomes a bump stock.
As you can see, it makes it a higher caliber weapon come out of it.
Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more, you can have a higher caliber weapon coming out of that gun. God save the Queen, man.
This is a ghost gun. Ghosts are scary enough even without guns.
Oh.
How can we possibly stand against a foe as
I'm a ghost!
Can you knock it off? How can we possibly stand against a foe as formidable as a ghost with its very own gun? This is a magazine. Magazine? Need I say more? Now that you know these terrifying knowledge nuggets, you must do everything you can to ban guns. Otherwise, you are personally complicit in every murder. Call your local representative to inform them so that they can be as smart as the featured individuals from this video. After all, they will be making all the laws to prevent future gun evil. They are our betters, and we should always trust what they say, just as long as they have a D next to their name. If I take this weapon and I bang it, look what just happened. The bolt goes forward. The weapon has fired. This terrifying procedure kills people in basic training
every day.